Hello and welcome to the announcement show for the Monochrome Wildlife round of the 2023 Pangolin Photo Challenge. By the time you're seeing this, we are deep into 2024, but that's because we had so many images, 10,000 of them in the 2023 challenge, that it's taking us a while to get through them. So as we do, we will be announcing the winners, building up to the final announcement of who has won the best of 2023 image. So in this show, I am going to not only reveal the winner of the Monochrome Wildlife round, but I'm also going to share with you a few other images that I think really deserve a mention. They are highly commended and very much need to be seen. So without further ado, let's get to it. So before I announce the highly commended and winning image of this round, let's remind ourselves of what that individual is going to win. They will get a 4-night stay at the Pangolin Chobe Hotel in northern Botswana. This fabulous hotel will take great care of you, and during your stay you'll go out into the Chobe National Park on our game viewers and photo boats, along with the Pangolin photo host that you know so well from this channel. If you've decided that you wanted to come to Botswana for a little bit longer, then we will happily exchange this prize package for a voucher for $2,500 that you can put towards any safari on our website. That's quite a prize. Now, before I announce the winner of this challenge, I want to let you know that the Pangolin Photo Challenge 2024 is now open. If you took part last year, then you are already eligible to take part. So please go ahead, log in and start putting your entries into the challenge. If you haven't taken part so far, then all you have to do is become a Pangolin Guardian. Now, to become a Pangolin Guardian is very simple. All you need to do is a 15-minute online course which will teach you all about pangolins. And as soon as you've finished, you will be eligible to enter the Pangolin Photo Challenge and all the challenges in the future. So please follow the link in the description down below, become a Pangolin Guardian, and then you will be able to enter this year's challenge. So the first highly commended image is by Janice Hurley, and it's called Zebra Stripes. Well, it's a monochrome competition, so you would expect to have a zebra. Don't forget, these are in no particular order, the highly commended images. But this is a picture of a small herd of Grevy's zebra, a very rare zebra. In fact, I think if I stand to be corrected, there's only about 4,000 individuals left. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of that is quite a large proportion of the remaining animals. Grevy zebra have a very distinct pattern on their coats, and they're actually more likely to be found solitary. So it's very interesting to have this many together at any one time. Maybe it's a breeding herd. The stripes are very, very thin, almost like a barcode. They also have very large ears and make for excellent subject matter. We see these quite a lot in northern Kenya, up in Samburu. They're one of the Samburu Special 5. Anyway, Janice, this is a lovely shot, and particularly because I like the way that you have put the second zebra very much in focus and used a shallow depth of field, which draws the eye into the pattern of the second zebra in line. And it also gives the impression almost of rolling hills in the distance as well. So it's very engaging. I think that this would be amazing as a very large print on a wall. Very lovely image. Congratulations, Janice. That is highly commended. Next up, we have a pair of northern gannets which were taken in Troop Head RSPB Reserve in Aberdeenshire, Scotland. Gannets, they mate for life. They form lifelong bonds, and whenever one of them returns maybe from a fishing trip, they reaffirm that bond with lots of sort of head rubbing, looking skywards, beak rubbing. It's a very special bond and perfectly reflected in this image. It is very beautiful. It lends itself to black and white with the very, very dark background and the very white plumage. So Helen Matthias, the photographer here, has really captured a very, very intimate moment. And if I was going to be a little bit sentimental, I would say that you can almost see a bit of a heart shape between the two of them as well, which emphasizes the relationship between these lifelong pairs. It's a very beautiful image. The framing, which has been caused by the black background, but also the black shadow at the front, really does give it more intimacy as well. So congratulations, Helen. That is a fantastic image and highly commended. Next up, Gail Odendahl, an image called Buffalo Dust for obvious reasons. Not sure where this was taken, but Gail does say in the description that they were coming down to the river, and this was a particularly dangerous point because there's a pride of lions which would stake out the riverbed. This explains, I think, why the buffaloes are in a sort of defensive posture where they're all looking out in different directions. The lead buffalo, which has more oxpeckers on one individual than I think I've ever seen, which is very cool, seems to be, there's a very nice sense of motion with the front right leg being up in the air to show that they are emerging from this dust cloud. It's a very nice image. It really does tell a fantastic story. It tells you that these buffalo are obviously nervous, their heads are down, they're looking out for danger, and there's obviously a very sizable herd at the back. So Gail, really lovely image, definitely lends itself to monochrome. Congratulations, that is highly commended. Next we have David Swanson with a turtle enjoying a calm day in the water. When we have calm days in the Chobe and it's bright sunlight, it very much lends itself to high-key photography. We often photograph hippos and the like at this time of the day and when it's very, very calm. And David has employed exactly the same technique here to overexpose the image, thereby making the water almost disappear. So it almost looks like it's a painting on a white canvas. It's one of those images that you look at and for a moment you can't quite figure out what you're looking at. I think I was thrown a little bit by the reflection of the head, but because of the low profile of the shell, there isn't a reflection on that side as well. So I like images like this that make you think. The turtle, obviously, this was taken in Florida. It's coming up to take a breath, maybe before submerging again. So a really lovely moment, great use of the lighting and the conditions in the water for a stunning image that definitely lends itself to being monochrome. So congratulations, David, highly commended. And finally, the winner, Clive Burns with Shake. Now, if any of you watched the video where we revealed the shortlisted images, this was possibly, I think, the most commented image in that selection in the comments below the video. On that note, if you haven't subscribed yet, please take the opportunity to please subscribe to the channel. We've got 4 or 5 more announcements to go, so don't miss out on that. Clive, this is an amazing shot. This is so much. The way that you've slowed down the shutter speed so that you've got real motion in the turn, in the twist of the mane, it sort of says to you, this is a very damp cat. And the spray, just the power in this shake is extraordinary because the spray is just heading off in 90-degree angles from every part of the mane. So it's a very powerful shake. The eyes closed tell a fantastic story. Looks like he's got a bit of an injured nose. Might be a bit of an old boy, this one, who's taken a bit of a beating maybe in the past. Who knows? Maybe I'm reading too much into it. It's an amazing shot, and because there's so much going on with all the water droplets flying around the place, it really does do very well in black and white because the image is very much framed by the water droplets flying in all directions. But the use of a slower shutter speed to capture the shake and the motion of the twist really makes this shot. So Clive, congratulations, a very deserved winner. We look forward to seeing you in the Chobe. Maybe you'll get to experience something similar to this as well. Maybe another big cat, maybe a leopard or something like that. But Clive, congratulations, great shot, well deserved, and yes, well done. So thank you very much for watching the show. If you'd like to enter the Pangolin Photo Challenge, you can click on the button over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the far end. And if you'd like to watch a video featuring all of the finalists from this particular round, then I will disappear and you can click on the video here. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.